you letting him upset you like this? Girl, you know he tripping because he like you.
This guy Larry Winnie put a rat down my back once. See, when they like you, they gotta do something to drive you crazy. And then 6 months later, he gave me my first kiss.
Greetings, guest. Welcome to the Patriarchy, where we explore cinema classics fueled by predictive Hollywood programming and unpack how our favorite characters in cinema got egg all over their faces. I am your commentator, Dom, and tonight we're unpacking He's Only Mean Because He Likes You.
I don't want to be your boyfriend anymore, you ugly dog.
While studying the relationship arc of Justice and Lucky from Poetic Justice. Enemies to lovers is a common movie trope, but in real life, does anyone remember being bullied or picked on as a kid by a boy at school and being comforted, usually by a woman, with, "Oh, he's just teasing because he likes you"?
See, when they like you, they gotta do something to drive you crazy.
Today, we're diving into this topic of why women comfort other women and even young girls with this sentiment. Do we or did we as women really believe this? Or are we just trying to provide a bit of soft support to our female counterparts after these interactions?
I want to kill him.
Or have we been knowingly pacifying the cruel actions and intentions of boys and men all along? Write your thoughts in the comments below and we'll come back to this later in the video, but let's start with an overview of the plot of Poetic Justice. Poetic Justice came out in 1993 and was directed by John Singleton. This movie stars music industry legends Janet Jackson and Tupac Shakur, and the story follows 4 young adults on a road trip from LA to Oakland, California. The central focus is the budding romance and breaking relationship occurring between the 2 sets of friends. Today, we're using the example of the relationship between Lucky and Justice to analyze why it's ingrained in women to think,
Girl, you know he tripping because he like you.
It's important to note that the film opens up with main character Justice, played by Janet Jackson, horrifyingly witnessing the senseless murder of her boyfriend at a drive-in movie theater. This sets the scene for the grieving and heavy disposition that this character carries throughout the plot.
I ain't got nothing to say.
So when Lucky, the local postman, walks into the salon where she works trying to flirt with her, she's not having any of it and she curves him, but not before teasing him a bit. So when they unknowingly meet again, set up by their friends to go on this road trip, things are a bit awkward between the two.
Why are you so mean?
So remember, Justice is grieving, but we can also admit that she's also being intentionally cold and maybe even a little bit stuck up. But the response from Lucky to her iciness is a bit over the top.
Oh, so you one of them angry huh? A feminist.
A bit unnecessary.
What you call me?
Said you were mean?
Very much aggrandized.
Walk your ass home, scandalous ass. Some good anyway.
He lashes out on her because she doesn't want to engage with him, and to be honest, she doesn't owe him that.
Here I am acting all courteous and shit, trying to spark up a conversation. Gotta call you a to get your attention.
I'm a black woman, okay?
But in a world where men think that you owe them your attention in return for them being courteous and well decent, this is the reaction. Justice removes herself from the situation by getting out of the truck and he leaves her, right on the side of the Pacific Coast Highway. So for those that have seen the film, she didn't think that this man would actually drive off, leaving her stranded in the middle of nowhere, but he did. And if it weren't for her best friend interjecting, she'd probably still be on her way to Oakland today.
Come on, you better get up and check your fringe.
This film is classified as an American romantic drama, which is laughable because romance where, unless struggle love is a subset of romance, there was nothing romantic about this movie. I looked at the drive from LA to Oakland and it's about 5.5 hours long. And yes, they did stop at various points throughout the day, but during what was essentially a day trip, Justice and Lucky go from this to this. But did Lucky truly like Justice? I think he liked that Justice was a class higher than the type of woman that he normally dates or procreates with. And let's not forget that he lives with his mom.
And you need to quit playing them video games and figure out what you're gonna do with your life, boy. Time ain't forever.
And she has her own house, and a pretty sizable one is that. I think that he likes the thought of getting in her pants. I think that he liked pulling her out of her character and bringing her down to his level. I think that he liked humbling her, but I don't think that that man actually liked her. Let's skip forward to the scene where she caves and says, okay, I'm going to give you a shot. And only a few hours later, he blames her for getting to Oakland late, thus inadvertently somehow being responsible for the death of his cousin. I love this movie, but I also hate this movie. By the way, widely known fact, but Janet Jackson actually wanted Tupac Shakur to take an AIDS test before doing any intimate kissing scenes with him.
Janet Jackson insisted that you have an AIDS test, and you said, forget it.
Yeah.
Is that true?
It's absolutely true. It's just, to me, it was just like an insult, you know, just to ask me that.
She also changed her number directly after the film.
I mean, I probably wasn't intentional. Everybody changed their number, but I mean, it was so, I really thought I made a friend. I thought it was, I know Janet Jackson for life, you know. So the movie was always like, boo, this number has been changed.
And also, John Singleton actually wanted Ice Cube to play the role of Lucky, but Cube turned it down because he didn't think that the film was the right move for his career. And Jada Pinkett Smith wanted the role of Justice. I wonder why.
That was a huge loss in my life.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because he was one of those people that I expected to be here, and he left me.
Back to the story. In the end, Lucky shows up to the salon with his daughter, apologizes, and she takes him back. And jackpot, now he's found a new mommy to help raise his kid.
Now, are you gonna take care of her? Well, you just remember that's your baby. I'm done raising kids.
Unpopular opinion, Lucky doesn't really like Justice in my eyes. He, like many of his male counterparts, likes what she can do for him. But let's circle back though to this point.
See, when they like you, they gotta do something to drive you crazy.
To set the record straight, a guy is mean to someone he doesn't respect, not someone that he likes. Again, men are mean to women they don't respect, not women they like.
Kelly, I wanted to say I'm sorry for treating you bad the past couple of years. I was in my mid-20s and I was going through a lot of stuff. I think I never really processed 9/11.
And this saying has been a very detrimental one by coaching girls for decades to look past acts of disrespect and instead see such acts as affection and how men communicate their like or love.
I was so nervous, but now I have a boyfriend.
All right.
It's also very twisted. And on the flip side, it also absolves boys from aberrant behavior while also coaching them to think that they can treat women cruelly and get away with it because, in her mind, these are acts of love. So back to the question I posed earlier, do we or did we as women really believe this, that a guy is mean because he likes you? Unfortunately, I think yes. As very green and naive girls, teens, even young adults, it's very likely at some point we all really thought that a guy being mean meant he liked us, but only due to lack of life experience. And as a kid, you'd wonder, why would older women or our friends ever steer us wrong? And that's a whole different topic in itself. And when it comes to women trying to provide a bit of soft support to our female counterparts after these interactions, I think this is true as well. It's still harmful, a very harmful lie, but the intention behind the soothing of the person receiving the torment isn't malicious. They're just trying to make you feel better by planting a lie of delusion in your head. What's the harm in that? Or have we been knowingly pacifying the cruel intentions and actions of boys and men all along?
Still half true.
I have a few videos on this channel outlining examples of women in film who are agents of patriarchy, who will watch or put women in terrible positions with men simply because they identify more with males. Yes, it's true, some women do in fact hate other women and absolutely relish in seeing them hurt due to their intentional bad advice. They're out there and they're dangerous. To wrap up, I'd like to hear your thoughts on why young girls and women are told,
"Girl, you know he tripping because he like you."
Have you ever been told this after being teased, bullied, or mistreated by a guy?
Mimi, una panda baby. Taroka.
Also, what are your thoughts on Poetic Justice? Do you think that Lucky really liked Justice as a person? Or did her friend Aisha push Justice onto Lucky because she was also dating an abuser and misery loves company? Share your thoughts down below, and if you've enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Signing off now, your friend Dom.